Hey there. So when I just did the video that you'll probably see before you watch this one, more than likely, if you're watching them in order, I did one on movies you can buy on a budget, sets you can get for fairly cheap. And I realized that some of those there you probably haven't seen even when I was doing the DVD tour, because any collector worth his salt knows that in front of the DVDs that are showing on the case, and your bookcase or your movie case or whatever, there's DVDs behind. Yeah, it gets to that point where unless you're going to start finding a way to magnetically attach them to your ceiling, they've got to go behind somewhere, and sometimes it's some good stuff. So this is a first in what may become a slightly kind of a fun little series in the VH1 style of the DVDs behind the DVDs. Okay, I like it. So let's start with something that, some of the stuff you may be surprised to find out that it actually got relegated behind, and so am I, because when you're putting stuff back, sometimes it just gets a little random. First is a box set, actually. Bob Hope, Thanks for the Memories collection. And it's a pretty cool one. It's got Thanks for the Memories, The Cat and the Canary, Ghostbreakers, Nothing But the Truth, Road to Morocco, and The Paleface. Paleface and Cat and Canary, and of course Road to Morocco, are some of my favorites. Cat and Canary is a very fun film. Ghostbreakers too, actually. Actually, this is a pretty damn good set. I think it's only like a 2-disc set or something like that. 3-disc set. And but if you like Bob Hope, and you like kind of screwball comedies, Bob Hope, Thanks for the Memories. It does have some cool features on it. And again, behind the DVDs. More DVDs lurk. Next up is one. It's cool. It's a franchise collection. Conan, The Complete Quest. And there's some cool features on here. I want to pick them up on their own down the road, but it's a 2-disc set. Conan the Destroyer had a theatrical trailer, basically, but the other movie has some really cool stuff on there. Though there is another version, I think, with some other stuff that I want to get. But Conan the Complete Quest is a really cool way to get two very cheesy, very fun Arnold Schwarzenegger films that you may not buy otherwise. Next up, and I really like this one, Saturday TV Funhouse. And this is a Saturday Night Live one, and basically it's the the Saturday TV Funhouse that Robert Smigel did. So a lot of really fun cartoons. There's some like kind of political ones there, but really good stuff like Steve Carell and Stephen Colbert as the Big C Gay duo. Gotta love them. There's like an hour of extra cartoons aside from the 84-minute film that's here. There's other commentaries on some of the stuff here, including commentaries with Stephen Colbert, Mr. T, Al Franken, Mr. T does. The Narrator on Christmas, that's a good one. Smurfette, and the New Adventures of Mr. T. Fun with Real Audio. There's a lot of really cool stuff on this. I'm a big fan of some of these Saturday Night Live collections. Not all of them, that's one of the ones that I really, really enjoyed. The next movie, I'm ashamed to say this got stuck behind, and it's not going to, now especially. It's Tunes of Glory. It's a Criterion film with Sir John Mills, and it's number 225. And it's I found this one for $2 at one of those charity shops. There's a lot of good stuff on it, and I don't know if you've seen this Tunes of Glory or not. Tunes of Glory actually refers to the bagpipes that are played in Scotland during when something big happens during the war. It's a brutal movie, and I don't want to give it away. It's but it's a rough ending. It's a really good watch, and it's a bit of a shocker of an ending. some really good stuff. Basically, you got a guy that's been Sinclair, who's been like he's a lifetime military guy, and his men respect him that, and he's played by Alec Guinness, and he's a man's man type thing, and they're bringing in Basil Barrow, and he's he's thought of he's educated, more by the book, more traditional type guy, and they don't respect him as much. He's the guy that's going to be taken over, and they take light of him just a bit too much. But it's brutal. It's done in 1960. It's a great, great film. If you haven't seen Tunes of Glory, you really owe it to yourself to check this movie out. This was named, this was ones they put out. It's one of the best foreign films at the time, and it's a really good film. As always, Criterion did a great job with this. This is, again, this was a 2004 release, so it's not a newer Criterion one. I really like. I like the newer, like the smaller Criterion boxes, but some of them even today are. I'm not sure what defines which box size or style that they're going to go in. I haven't really figured that one out yet, but I gotta say, this is an incredibly strong film, and the acting is amazing, and the ending is heartbreaking. It's good, but it is heartbreaking. Strongly, if you're a Criterion collector, of like really well made films, you owe it to yourself to see Tunes of Glory. Way more serious than I expected to get with this video, which is kind of just a fun little series that I'm going to do. Next up is Lost and Found, the 80s, Saturday Night Live in the 80s. As most people that watch Saturday Night Live know, when they started out, it started a little rough, but then they had their cast, and their cast was pretty freaking solid through the 70s. They had a lot of strong actors on there, like strong comedians, strong writers, and then all of a sudden, bam, everybody left. Everybody that was big on the show was suddenly gone. John Belushi was dead. Bill Murray had moved on. Everybody had moved on. So the 80s was a hard time for Saturday Night Live to get back on their feet. They went through some cast changes, some dramatic cast changes, and this 165 minutes, and it's a great documentary on what happened in the 80s. I mean, like, there was a lot of rough stuff that happened, to the point, we even had Lorne Michaels, the creator of Saturday Night Live, leave the series. So it's a really in-depth one. I found this one for like $3 on back when Zellers used to be here, and I gotta say, it's a really good find. Highly recommend it. I love documentaries, again, as you know from watching my videos. And next up, Jaws. Yep, this is the 30th anniversary edition, a little bit of an older one. It's got the it's a 2-disc set, Making of Jaws, deleted scenes. That's, of course, the book. Cool. I don't need to say a lot about Jaws. If you don't know about Jaws by now, me telling you isn't going to help. The last, and I left this one for last because I did a series not too long ago. Actually, I just finished it up today, called Great DVD Companies, and I left it one that was basically done by, like, I think 1 or 2 guys. And they put out some really cool stuff, and they put out in some unique packaging, so I wanted to give them a shout out as well. And that company is Code Red, and this one here is Teenage Hitchhikers. Actually, pretty proud of this one. It's a cool, what's it called? A bright slice of hippie exploitation. Sandra Casso from Last House on the Left, Chris Jordan from Confessions of a Young American Housewife. And it's got, commentary here, some stills gallery, radio spots, exploitation trailers on here as well. It's just a well done, well put together DVD. And Code Red is a cool company that puts out a lot of cool stuff. I wanted to give them a shout out in this as well as I was doing my DVDs behind the DVDs. So I'm sure all of you guys out there, guys and gals, that are collectors, have your DVDs, and behind them there's more. And when's the last time you looked and actually checked at some of the ones that are back there? Because for me it's been a while. So I'm finding stuff that maybe I want to watch now that I didn't realize that I'd had back there because maybe I'd bought it and just put it aside and it got shelved into the back. So I want to check in the back because, you know, there are hidden treasures in your DVDs, behind your DVDs. Thanks for watching. And because I didn't get it last time, it seriously is time for tea.